such is enabled. Yes, so should all be working. But yeah, let's get my phone on as well so I can see any comments. So yeah. I can hear me. I think the most likely strategy you will see in the race will be a two-stop, but in how they go about it could be different. But you will see a few people do three as well. But it also depends on weather. You can't discount the fact that it could rain here. Supposedly. Speaking of which, we've got a wet quali. No, it's short quali, so we don't. We put it to short, so there's only 10 of us. Because there's only 10, they might as well only effectively go straight to Q3, so you might as well just do short quali. It's going to dry up. Yeah, it's going to dry up, so are people going to go out, or are they just going to... Yeah. No. Race is dry, but getting cloudier as the race goes on, and getting cooler. So, it won't rain, but it could affect how the tyres behave at the end of the race, maybe. Dougie's gone straight out. I think the more important question is, are we going to see the end of Mayhem's run here tonight? It's one of the... He's been on about it all week that this is not his strongest track, but I hear that a lot from a few drivers, and they always seem to still do well. So we'll see. What's going out there? Four, 5, 6 going out there. And just to announce as well, we have got a new driver in GP2 today, a driver called BearTop88, all the way from Delaware in America, and his connection seems pretty good, coming from someone who lives all the way over in the States. And he seemed pretty quick in our practices a few hours ago. So maybe another one to give Mayhem a headache. But if the forecasts are correct, this first half of quality you're going to witness is going to be completely irrelevant. Yes.
Okay, shall we try that again?
What was that?
So I was being told that my could not be heard on your stream.
Alright, let me check.
Nothing to do with broadcast settings, it was to do with party settings.
Yep, I can hear you now on my video, so yes, we are now good.
People getting ranted by some of the YouTube viewers saying, "Sort your mic out!"
Oh, come on.
Anyway, back to what's happening now.
Focus.
We've got Dougie out on the track now. Is he the only car out on track?
No, we've got about 8 drivers out there at the moment.
Oh, it's just I can only view one of them.
At the moment, Dougie's going to be the first to set a lap.
Oh, there we go. Now I've sorted out now.
But
Right, so Mayhem's on the lap at the moment. White's on the lap at third position at the moment. It's also another thing we've got to consider is there's going to be a few penalties in this race, we believe.
we assume so.
Quite a stringent track.
Yeah, we assume there will be a few corner cut warnings, drive-through penalties for speeding in the pit lane in particular could be a major factor today. Dougie sets the first lap on 1 minute 50.5. He's immediately beaten by Daytona 25 over 146.9.
But Mayhem's up in both first and second sectors.
As is Prenter, just about to complete the lap. Although it looks like he might have just invalidated it. Yes, he did. He would have done a 144.8.
Mayhem's coming out the final corner now. And goes top on the 45.0.
Yeah.
So Prenter should.
Prenter would have been quicker if he'd done the lap without getting invalidated.
And he gained all of his time in the final sector.
Anyone else? John 33 flat, 44.6, first 2 sectors. Couple of tenths off.
Because to be honest, the race is only going to be, we believe, mainly between the two people at... Whoa, Dougie, hold that, right. Got a bit of a fishtail coming out of tops.
Is that getting onto the curb?
Yeah, on the exit curve at tops.
Alright, J19 has just gone into P2 in the 46.4. And after a second quicker in Daytona 25. Right, how are these connections for the Ferrari boys today? So I was informed they were getting brand new internet yesterday, having their broadband upgraded yesterday.
It seems to be doing alright so far.
All White just slammed into the wall.
Got away with it though.
Yeah, got away with that, but just shows that even in these conditions, it's not necessarily flat down the old pit straight. Dougie had another excursion off the track.
Prenter has done a lap now. He's at purple final and middle sectors.
Low first sector.
That made a massive mistake in the first sector. He was 4 seconds off.
Exactly, yeah. He's probably, I would hazard a guess, either coming out of turn 1 or maybe coming out of the turns he's coming through now onto the Wellington straight, maybe loose rear or something along those lines. Looks like he's going again. There's a 32.1.
You can, like, apparently the rain will be stopping very soon as the current weather forecast now says it's going to be cloudy.
Yes.
Prenter's purple in sector 1.
Not to sound too impressed, but my YouTube video is only 10 seconds long I've seen on my TV. I'm quite impressive.
Prenter now comes through the middle sector. He's done a 44.3, which puts him a couple of tenths behind his personal best. More importantly though, 1 tenth slower than Mayhem, so now actually equal in pace. All comes down now to the final sector, even though we suspect these laps count.
Yeah, it's going to get dry before the end of the session, we believe.
Well, half of the session now, and I still think it's raining.
Yeah, you're right. You're right, there is rain still coming down.
Right, Prenter goes top. 44.7. First one into the 30. The first one into the 44s, excuse me.
This might be
the other thing to bear in mind is have a look at the speed trap times. sure gives you an indication who will be quick down the straights and who won't be.
Yeah. Old matey boy has gone flying off at turn 3.
So he has.
Now, is this a smart move or a bit of a mistake here from Charlie G? He's left it till now to go out.
Has it actually stopped raining?
There is still
still
the odd drop, but it's definitely getting lighter. The thing is, this track does dry up very quickly.
Dave's invalidated his lap.
Charlie's about to start here.
He's still third.
A lot of understeer out the last corner.
Quite a lot of drivers haven't set a lap time yet. Matey Boy hasn't set a lap, Charlie hasn't set a lap, Mike hasn't set a lap, and our new driver, the American, has not set a lap either.
Daytop. Call him Daytop.
Daytop, right. Matey Boy's pulling off. You letting traffic go?
I'm assuming he is. There's no point retiring because we believe the times are able to get quicker and quicker.
I think it has actually stopped raining now.
Charlie, 32.7, set to 1.
That's 6/10 off in first sector to the quick guys.
What sort of middle sector?
J19 is coming out on another set of inters, but it does not look like it's raining anymore.
No, it's not. It has stopped.
Under 8 minutes to go, it just stopped raining. Ooh, right, okay. Now, the thing is, what Mayhem's on an outlap and he's on inters again. So, what tyres do you now go on then for qualifying? Now we're going to have like a 5-minute shootout. Do you go for an easy 2-stop and start on the mediums to keep the options open, or do you go for a possible 3-stop and start on the softs?
I think in these conditions, it might limit them to maybe just go on the softs, because if it's still a little bit damp, those medium and hards, or medium, sorry, if they've chosen that strategy, may not necessarily work on a slightly damp track.
Depending on who can get the tyres warm, may have having massive double locking up issues.
Charlie coming around the last corner now, puts it 5th, 46.5.
That puts him only 600ths behind J19.
White also coming out on inters. 6.5 minutes to go. Will it dry up?
Well, concentrating on Mayhem as he's now on second. Will he catch and pass Prenta?
He's got... Is that
Coming up his first circuit time now.
32.2, bang on.
Exactly the same as what he did beforehand.
I think
He's
is
got
that Charlie
traffic, I
in
think
front of
that's
him?
Charlie, yeah.
I think Charlie's on another lap as well. I think he's going again. He might have invalidated his lap actually.
No, I think he's pulling off. I don't know, I can't tell.
Oh, he's still in front of him. Oh, and Mayhem's hit the back of him. Well, in theory, if Charlie's on a lap, he hasn't got to move out the way. He has not got...
Was Charlie... Charlie has invalidated his lap time.
He has. Well.
Yeah, because the lap time stopped.
Okay.
His first sector time was a 33.4 and he invalidated it at 38, I think.
So that would have been through...
Yeah, 38 seconds invalidated.
Brooklands
so
and sort of the Woodcote, Luffield area. So if that's the case then that's a little bit naughty, not getting out of the way if he had invalidated it.
We can check the race director as soon as Charlie's crossed the lines, will come up in that.
That's the box.
And indeed, Charlie did invalidate his lap time on lap 2, left the track.
Okay, there's a Ferrari stopped on the last chicane. But is it me or is this track? I don't know, because I was on board with Mayhem. I think it was white. J19's coming through Stone now. Is it me or is it getting a lot drier out there?
It looks like it's getting dry, but they've got to hurry up. Oh, Dougie's on mediums. Dougie's on mediums.
Dougie's thrown the dice. Right.
But it's too early. It looks way too early though.
Will it be too... Oh, Whiteside's nearly lost it going out the last turn. And Dougie's backed off already. Is he on an outlap or is he...
No, Dougie's on an outlap.
He's on an outlap, okay.
It might well be better to actually qualify on the inters, and then Daytop's coming back in now as well. So will he go on to the dries? But I'm looking at Dougie now, and
I wouldn't have...
It looks like he's struggling.
I would have probably gone to the softs if I was going to use dries at all.
Yes.
Just for the extra grip. Mediums is a brave call in these damp conditions.
White's coming up behind him. He's going to catch him in the Maggot and Beckett section. Dougie stays out the way. Good. Dougie goes straight. Very brave. Very, very clever driving there.
There's still some spray being picked up from these tyres, which is just, I think, preventing them from wanting to go.
Mayhem's on a good lap. 31.9 first sector. 44.8 though middle sector.
Oh, that's off.
Away.
That's off. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone away though.
It's not going to be an improvement, I don't think.
What I was going to say, would it be an option to start or to keep qualifying on the intermediates, and then you get fresh new tyres?
I think if you're in the front, definitely. Dougie's coming straight back in. I think that's just answered our question.
Way too early.
2 minutes 49. There's enough time for one more lap. Anyone in the pits, will they dare try it, just to hope it dries up?
J19 now goes up to 4. Right, 200s behind Dave 1025. So we've got Force India, Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren top 5.
There's a lot of understeer from Whiteside coming out of coming through Cops there. So a 33.3 first sector, which is about a second off.
Mayhem's 32.1. He's up again in the first sector. But he's 2 miles an hour slower than his teammate down the straight in a straight line. Which would obviously suggest he's running slightly more aero. Taking very gingerly through Maggots and Beckett's, keeping it nice and tidy.
I think it's drying up. These guys are getting a hell of a lot of understeer now. A lot of sliding.
43.7 middle sector. That's purple again. That is purple.
If he can get this last sector right, this should be pole.
Daytop's on softs.
Has he got enough? Where is he on track?
He's just literally come out.
He's not got enough time to get round.
Brenter's out on an outlap as well, but he's just finished the first sector. He might
be
have
alright.
enough time, and he's on inters again.
Mayhem 44.3.
White's in the pit lane. Charlie's come out now. It's too late.
44.3 for Mayhem.
That puts him 4 tenths on pole, but still again not as quick as Parenta in the final sector.
Daytop it still looks like it's too early for the drives, and he hasn't got enough time to get around anyway.
It was worth a shot though.
It was, but unfortunately...
We've got to remember that Parenta's time was set on, I think, the 3rd lap he did. Also, it was a lot wetter than when he did his lap.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave this soon, move it down to you, because I've got to leave. I'm coming up to time. At the end of the quali.
It seems like only Parenta, I think, will be the only person to threat Mayhem at pole. He's just about to cross the line with just under 20 seconds to go, so he has timed this really well.
Will the tyres hold on? Will it stay damp enough? Right. I am going to have to leave, unfortunately, as part of our...
Goes into turn 1. We've got a lot of back end went away from him on the initial turn, but saved it just about. Massive lockup going into turn 3. Keeping it nice and tidy through turn 4.
Alright. Let's put your stream on so I can see.
Coming down into the Wellington straight now. Remember, our fast first sector times a low 32, high 31. He's a 31.8. He's 3 tenths up on Mayhem in the first sector. This is not done. Is Mayhem on another lap? No, Mayhem's
Mayhem
done.
backed
Mayhem's
off.
done. There's only Prenter that can stop Mayhem's party. Lot of understeer through cops. As we now come into Maggots and Beckett's. Mayhem was a little bit tentative through here. Will Prenter looks a lot quicker through Maggots and Beckett's. He's using a lower gear though through the final bit of it. Will that cost him? What's the middle sector like? Is it a mid 43? No, it's a 44.1. That'll put him very close to Mayhem at the moment. It all depends on this final sector, which Prenter has been really quick in. Big lockup going into the start of the chicane. Clips the apex again. It's all about traction now and whether or not he will get the pole. As he crosses the line now. Oh, 19 thousandths behind! Oh my god! Oh wow!
How close do you want it to be?
19 thousandths behind. How close do you want this to be now? We thought they were close at Austria with a massive gap of 600ths, excuse me. Now it's 19 thousandths. But we've still got cars crossing the line. As it stands, it's still Mayhem, Prenter, Dave, J19 and Charlie, the top 5. Followed by the second Force India of Matey Boy, then White, then Daytop. Dougie finished back down in 10th, so the challenge that he tried on the mediums did not work. And that seems to be the end of qualifying.
Interesting though, am I seeing that correct? Did Daytop set his fastest on the soft?
Yes, he did, yes.
So that either meant he had a very poor times on Inter, or
he only did one lap. No, he only did one lap, and the lap he did was on the intermediates. So he might have crossed the line on the soft.
Ah, he was out on the softs at the time. Yes, he was, wasn't he?
Yeah, there you go. There you go. The actual qualifying results shows everyone was on the intermediates.
Okay.
But 200ths of a second separate the top two. Then what I didn't realise, another 200ths of a second covers third and fourth.
Oh wow! Look
with
at that. I'm watching your stream.
J19.
Look at that.
And then 2 tenths separates 6th and 7th, Matey Boy and White. In the middle of them two pairs is Charlie.
And you got 10th at the back as well, Whiteside and Dougie as well.
10th, yeah.
So we've got little groups here.
Yeah, 2x2 formation here.
Well, it's according to that as well. The results there, it says it's 200ths the gap between Mayhem and Prenter, not 19 thousandths anymore, which is weird.
Might have just rounded it up.
Yeah, it may have done. Well, you might as well count down the clock to the grid. We're already 1 minute into the 5-minute break.
Right, let me start the 4-minute counter as we know. It's quite funny. Alright, I thought it said the... Oh, okay, I've just had a look at my timer. It says when timer ends. I thought it said when the world ends. But...
Come on, someone needs to press go. Someone needs to press advance so we end up on the grid. Come on, guys.
Yeah, there we go. Right. Well, I've pressed it now, so now we're actually on going. Right, now, this is the next question. We remember in Silverstone 2012, I think this was, 12 or 13, where it was intermediates for qualifying. So the top guys had their decision on what tires to start on. The pole man started on the hardest tyre, and that worked out for him as he in the first stint.
Yes, that's correct.
Will this happen again?
It's possible. I think Mayhem.
The weather forecast has not changed. It gets a bit more forecast in between the middle and 2/3 race distance.
It gets more forecast. Do you mean more cloudy?
So more overcast. It's full of Murrayisms. But there's not much because these are what the guys are going to be interested in. The Sec 2 pit stop time apparently will be 84.12. 3 stops is 84.15. There's only about 3 seconds in it, so you could theoretically run the 2. So even if we see people pitting 4 laps before the other person, then before someone else, then
of course, yeah, because I think it's more difficult on a 2 stop if you haven't to start on the tyre you used in quali. So if you use the softs in quali and obviously you've already done 2-3 laps on them, then the 2 stop becomes a little bit more tricky.
But I would like to point out as well that when it says the projected times, these are 2 soft stints and a medium stint for the 2 stop, and 3 softs and 1 medium. So it doesn't include the harder tyre.
That's interesting.
At all. And this is even including if people decide to go medium, hard, medium. Because if they do that way, then someone on a free stop, the traditional free stop, would be quicker.
That is interesting.
It's going to be all over the place. This is going to be. You have 90 seconds until the race starts.
Let me know when they're on the formation lap and I'll rejoin.
Stay joined for this one. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be how this is going to play out. With multitude of different strategies, a 2 or 3 stop doesn't make much of a difference. We've got everyone starting on brand new tyres.
Safety cars are a possibility here as well. Speeding, everything, anything can happen. Again,
the race could be decided on a penalty.
Yes, I was just about to say that. You nicked it from my mouth. Ugh.
We've only got 30 seconds left now until the race starts. And remember, turn 1 is really quick, so we could have an incident into turn 1, and then we've got pretty much coming back on yourself turn 3 as well. So if anyone loses it in turn 2 so spectacularly, could, in theory, cause mayhem.
Because on a heavy fuel load, it's not flat through turn 1 on heavy fuel. And for those
the timer is done.
And for those who are on the inside of the track on the grid, are obviously going to have to lift that little bit more because they've got that much tighter entry in the turn 1, which could lead to a few issues if. Yep, I'm just rejoining. He may choose. Some people choose not to do the formation lap for some reason.
So we don't know what the top guys. I don't know what the top guys are running, but
I'll let you know when I join.
The best tyre to probably start on would be the mediums.
I'm just coming into
happy medium.
Yes. I'm just coming in onto screen now. Please wait, please wait, please wait. Come on, load. There we go. Right, so Mayhem is on the soft, as is Prenta.
Right, okay, so it's an equal playing field now.
Dave 1025 also soft. J19 medium. Charlie soft. Matey Boy is on the medium. White also on the medium. Daytop soft. Whiteside soft. Dougie hard. So
yeah, the Dougie one will be an interesting one. See how that plays out for him.
But the first 3 are all on the soft.
And if we remember from qualifying, Mayhem's top speed is not as good as Prenter's.
Will that
We
mean
know this is a long race, so we know Mayhem does get half decent starts. So will Prenter get a run going down the Wellington Straight?
or will the extra downforce that we believe Mayhem is running give him the traction out of the corner to mean Prenter can't get near him? This will be entertaining extremely, I think is the best way this race will be. It's an extremely entertaining race. Do not go away, people. As the lights are 3 lights, that's 4 and 5, and we are away in Silverstone. And again, Mayhem, a good start, but Prenter right behind him. Dave 10.25 third, Charlie round the outside of J19 into 4th.
Oh, White's had an issue into turn 1.
Dave having a look at the inside of Prenter into 3, not making it stick. J19 has got back past Charlie in that first few corners. Prenter's close. Prenter is close to Mayhem. Will he have a look?
I can see on the map he's gaining, but he's doesn't seem to be close enough.
Charlie's got back past J19, so J19 and Charlie have passed each other about 4 times already this lap.
What we've got to assume is also people wouldn't have done that many laps in the wet. So if they've got their setups more for the dry, we could have a slight weird situation of having a mixed up grid. Mike Whiteside around the outside.
Prenter and Mayhem have collided. Prenter spun in Maggots. They were side by side going into Maggots and Beckett, and Prenter has come worse off in that. Prenter is now in P8 behind Whiteside.
Question is now, so who's right up behind Mayhem then? Because there's 2 dots really close. Is that Charlie?
It'll be Dave 10.25 and Charlie, yes, with J19 right behind Charlie as well. But it is a Mercedes 1-2.
Right, okay, let's retire and join the action.
Prenter has already passed Whiteside, and past Daytop as well. And Matey Boy, he's going for Matey Boy as well. This could be 3 positions in 3 corners. It is. Prenter's just taking.
I've got a slight issue here.
What's that?
I cannot retire in the pit lane.
Why not?
It's every time I press pause, it's refreshing the screen.
Keep trying. Just keep trying. Looks like White has had an issue. He's got grass on his tyres. He's now at the back.
I can't actually pause at all.
Use a controller if you can.
Yeah, I know. I'm even using the controller as well. That doesn't pause it either. Okay, might have a hard exit. If I go round again, then doing the pit lane again.
So Prenter's looking quick. He's already on the back of J19. This will be, if he gets this done before the end of the lap, this will be 4 positions he's gained on lap 2.
Well, we know Prenter likes Silverstone though.
So not going to get past J19. Now he's right on the back of J19 as he does the fastest lap.
The fastest lap.
Around the outside of turn 1, wow! How did he make that stick? And we've got Charlie on the back of Dave 10.25 who's dropped off a lot from his teammate. He's already nearly 3 seconds off. He's lost 3 seconds nearly in a lap. I'm not sure what's happened there. But he's got Charlie and Prenter now closing in fast. Despite the spin for Prenter, he's not actually that far behind. He's only 4.3 off the lead.
Right, so I've had to restart the application. and do its way.
Yeah, it says you left the session, so your car will still be going around as an AI.
I wasn't able to pause it. It would just, every time I pressed the pause button, it would just instantly give me back the control again. I couldn't pause it.
Interesting.
So we know that before this race began, there was an update, but I've never had
that
issue
before.
with that.
But as we've got, Prensa is now looking to get past Charlie.
Does this mean that my AI car will be going around the track?
Yes, your AI will be going on the track soon. Slowly.
Right, okay. Slowly, yes, it's on very easy. Yeah. I don't know if that's a glitch or anything.
Oh, Charlie's run deep into turn 3 and Prensa is up the inside, but Charlie's trying to come back.
Well, I'm now back one way.
Charlie's not giving up.
White's now just done the fastest lap. Oh no, no, White's still glitching on my screen. There we go. Right, okay. So where have we got? We've got Prensa who's back into third now.
Yeah, him and Charlie having a right ding dong.
Right behind the second Mercedes.
Yeah, Dave's struggling. He's dropping off very quickly from Mayhem.
Could he be doing a rear gunner action?
It's possible.
As he knows, although Prensa did a very good run coming out of there, but he's tried this move before.
He's tried this once and I think he's backed out that time.
Learned now. In a sprint 5x5 race, you can get away with that, but not in
Look
this
at the traction he gets.
Right up behind.
We noticed this
good run, and he's got DR as well.
We noticed this at Austria. Prensa gets very, very good traction, and Dougie's already retired, so there goes your hard stint person there to SH. Oh, Dave spun it!
10-25 gone.
Is he going to retire? No, his car's still in one piece. Tim Belly joined.
Ignore that. Ignore that.
Ignore that.
Not
Dave 1025 can continue, but has he got damage? Right in front of Maisie Boy. Oh, he spun it again.
Whoa.
He's gone again on dirty tyres. And we've got VSC because of Dougie, I believe that would have been. It might have been because of Dave's spinning car in the last corner.
But Dave Top is still sick, which is quite impressive for a new driver.
Right behind Mr. Whiteside, who is in fifth. Again, not too
He's
bad.
made some places up.
He has. So J19 fourth, Charlie third, Prensa in second, 4.9 seconds behind Mayhem, the gap is showing here. And Mayhem, will he be able to pull away or not? Dave 1025 will be...
Right, the safety car's or VSC's now coming.
Yes, it has.
The gap is just under 5 seconds. We've got the fired up Prensa now, which is an understatement.
You're not going to try and retire your car? Or are you going to leave it out there?
I reckon I can do that,
You might be able to rejoin your car. You should be able to rejoin.
There we go. Well, I'll have to go around again, won't I?
I was just thinking you could have had the perfect opportunity.
No, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that.
You would have had the perfect opportunity under the VSC. I've just seen you in the grapple at the last turn.
I'll not have to stay out the way of everything.
Prensa's closing in quick. It's already 3.8. The gap. Oh, and that's how left of my co-commentator has been disconnected. Connection issues going on here. Please excuse us. Prensa is closing in again on Mayhem. It's now 3.6 seconds. With Charlie a further 3.3 behind. And J19 about a further 5 seconds behind that. 20 seconds still cover... 22 seconds cover the top 6. So, I'm not sure. We've got Dave 1025 trying to come back through the field. He's now on the back of Naty Boy. You might want to keep an eye on those corner cuts. There are like a few right there on its own. Dave 1025 up the inside of Naty Boy. Up into P7. He'll be hoping for some kind of safety car to help him catch the field back up. But the new boy, Daytop, is next in line for Dave 1025. Doing a fine job in P6. And Whiteside again, doing a brilliant job in P5. Looking like he's got a bit of a lonely race at the moment. As opposed Charlie is only 10 seconds off the lead. He's keeping in touch. So if anything was to happen with the top two, Charlie would be close enough to possibly pounce. Prenter is definitely closing. It's now under 3 seconds. 2.2 seconds. He's taken a lot of time. That's 9/10 he took in the middle sector alone there. So that's a lot of time gained as my co-commentator rejoins.
Right, there we go. Do apologise for that.
And Dave 1025's retired.
My connection boxes suddenly decided to say no more.
Well, since you've been away, Dave 1025 has retired. And Prenter...
Has that caused us VSC or...?
No, he's literally just done it as you rejoined the room. And he was making his way through the field, but I didn't catch what happened to him. But Prenter also has got the gap down to Mayhem, down to 1.7. Made that 1.8.
Oh, for God's sake! Why do I always catch my AI in the most stupid place? It just went past the pit lane again. Right. Let's get this lap done as quickly as possible and then go in the pit lane.
I would say if there is a VSC or an SC that's deployed, just retire it because it won't have an effect.
Yes, good idea. And then when I go in the pit lane, I'll start streaming again. For anyone who's wondered why all of a sudden my stream suddenly abruptly ended, it's because the box either sometimes the connection goes a bit whiffy and decides I don't know what's going on. And what's quite funny is that I've just gone back between sector 1. Oh dear. We just think it's a laggy car.
It might be white if it's a Ferrari.
80 boy.
Oh no, you're sounding like you're jumping. Your sound is a bit up and down. I'm not going to keep an eye on that. Your connection may not be as good as it's been lately,
Sometimes once I've reset it, sometimes it takes it just a couple of minutes to work out what it is. As I'm about 20 metres away from the Wi-Fi.
Also, Daytop's not doing too bad. He's up to P5 now. He's about half a minute off the lead.
Get my mic.
He's got past Mike. Mike has dropped off by 8 seconds already.
Yay! 57 laps, but I got there!
SH is that's the happiest I've ever heard him be, even after winning all his races. But
so
yes.
I'm finally off the tracks. Right, okay. So we say part 2.
Prenter is now 1.2 behind. Just outside of DRS.
Okay, we are now back live again. Shall we try again?
Let's try and remain and stay here this time, shall we?
Let's hope so. Right, anyway, back to the lead battle. Force India versus Merck again. 9 tenths is now the gap. We'll try and concentrate now and see where... Now, is Mayhem, of the are now on lap 10, now starting to struggle on his tyres?
Maybe, because the tyre life of these are only meant to be...
Very good. 17 laps or something, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 14, 15 laps, I think. So they're already should only be over 50% of their tyre wear by now.
How are people going also back down the field as well? Charlie's now third, but a fairly distant third.
They're all starting to spread out further down the field already. But we've got
J19's not too far behind Charlie. Remember, J19 is on the mediums.
So you could come back into it a little bit later on.
Yes. Daytop's 5th.
Can I point out Prenter is now 0.4 behind and in DRS.
Going straight back to May. Right, okay. Oh, it's going for
He's looking at it, but...
We now look back from Mayhem's car.
That's alright, I'm looking on the nose of Prenter.
Starting to be looking a little bit ragged and a little bit understated. Prenter's got another very good run. He can't...
Surely, no.
Back off that, that's not going to work.
I think we speak of experience.
It's actually hindered his turn 1, so he's now actually maybe got back a little bit.
He's got a good line through 3 and 4 though. He's got good traction.
Now back into DRS again. I do apologise for any sort of jump. It's just with Wi-Fi still working out what it is.
It wasn't close enough, but it's 3 tenths.
It takes a very different line to Mayhem. I've noticed. Oh, that looked like it was going to be a good run, but then Mayhem's got good...
He won't be close enough, yeah. He's
Mayhem's now just put into Rich a little bit.
Maybe.
Oh, he's gone wide though for turn through cops. Ooh. A slight oversteer as well.
Prenter the same though.
Who's quicker through this sector?
Prenter's always been quick in this last
Mayhem's
sector.
Wide. Right, Prenter's going to have a good run here now.
Which side is he going to go?
Defensive. Mayhem will have to go defensive.
Prenter's going inside.
No, he's left the door open.
And that is the lead.
That is the lead, yep. No, Mayhem's not. Yeah,
no.
There we go.
I thought Mayhem was going to box there for a sec, but he's not. Mayhem's not giving up.
He's going to try again around the outside, but not really going to work. Right, now we'll view going forwards on Mayhem's car, whether or not he can retaliate or Prenter's now done enough. Just saying that Mayhem's got very good straight line speed, actually. Mayhem's got very good straight line speed.
If he can keep it tidy through here, he might be able to get it. Oh, he's still... Oh, he hit him!
There.
Now, would that have damaged his wing, or would that...
Just a little nudge? Too minor a touch.
He's close enough, though. He's going to get
Mayhem's got him. He's got to go around the outside, though.
And Prenter's sticking with it. There he is.
A little bit wide. That means Prenter's going to have a very tight...
Oh my goodness me! Mayhem's had such a good line through that corner there and nearly ran into the back of him.
That all started going down Wellington Straight though, where Prenter had to take a very wide line. Then compromised in going through Luffield. Right, but now we're coming down to the second DRS.
Oh, Prenter's wide this time. And Mayhem again.
Sort of got the power down a little bit, but now we've got DRS again. So which way is Mayhem going to go? He's going to have
Prenter's
to go
holding the inside line. Prenter's holding the inside line this time. Mayhem
got a little bit brake on brakes. He's going right round the outside at Stowe.
That's a good move.
Right round the outside.
What
He's still there. Prentice going round the outside into the chicane.
Goodness me!
No, that worked. Prentice back again.
Prenter
He's now come down the home straight again.
Prenter is quickly showing Mayhem how much he is
Mayhem's
frustrating
got a
him.
very good run through turn 1. Will dive in turn
No, he's going to wait for
away.
DRS. He's going to wait for DRS. Which is probably a sensible thing to do. Mayhem's got a good run this time.
But Prender's got good traction coming up the corner.
Yes.
There's now we've got DRS now going down the straight. Mayhem has to go to the outside again. Prender's locked up. Mayhem's taking a much better
VSC.
line.
We've got a VSC.
Intermission.
Not sure what that was for. Oh, hello. Hang on, what's happened to Charlie? Charlie's now 5th. Has he stopped? He's still on the softs.
What tires is he on?
He's still on softs. But he has boxed. And we have got Whiteside and Matey Boy. Matey Boy as well. Matey Boy as well, and he's on the medium. Interesting.
But this has helped all J19 actually, because now he's 3rd, but still on the mediums.
The Matey Boy, who started on the mediums, is boxed, and he's put on another set of mediums.
VSC is now into. Prenter has gained a lot of time in that VSC.
Yeah, it was 2/10 through the last sector.
That's more than 2/10.
That is more than 2/10. Oh, he's got it stuck to
Prenter's
grass.
got on the grass.
Well, it's 2/10 now.
Him a little bit.
It's 2/10
It's definitely 2/10 now. It's less than 2/10 now. It's 1/10.
Yes.
Oh, no, Mayhem. No.
He's backed off.
That won't work.
He's had the downshift. He had a lot of understeer in one. Had a downshift.
Remember, these tyres are 14 laps old now. Remember,
they've got to be close to pitting.
Oh, wide!
These two know exactly how much space to give each other. Without really going, look at the speed.
Look at Ford Prenter, Mayhem's coming down the inside now,
no,
but too far back.
Yeah.
Mayhem's taking very different lines, the very, very quick line going through Woodcote. We might have a run going down to Cops. Mayhem's got the run, Mayhem's in the slipstream, he's catching.
He's dipping out of the slipstream so he doesn't get too close.
Prenter's taking a lot of, lifting a lot through Cops now, so his tyres are starting to just cry. So who will now make the mistake? Prenter made a little...
Even.
It's different lines, it makes it work. Right, anyway, now we're back into DRS again. I think closing.
His
engine up a little bit. Oh, he's gone wide!
And they're boxing. They're both coming in.
When did them jump the line?
Oh, Mayhem's hit him. Did Mayhem push Prenter over the speed limit? Let's have a look at it. No. Mayhem got a warning for colliding.
Mayhem did get a warning, yes.
Oh, Prenter.
Now.
Prenter's got a stop-go for exceeding track limits. Prenter, lap 13, exceeding track limits, stop-go penalty.
It's a 5-second stop and hold.
Yes.
Then they work on it. He's going on the harder tyre. And add insult to injury, the 3rd car came in. Oh no, he's back out in front of Mayhem. How has he done that? Unless he's going to drop back. He's surely going to have to drop back.
Unless Mayhem had to repair his front wing. Did Mayhem maybe damage his wing?
Must have done.
He's kept the position.
So that.
Oh,
all in all this, J19 has now taken the lead. So I'm going to suggest J19 is now on a 2-stop.
Well, J19 started on the medium, J19 will go for another...
on the harder tyre, and Mayhem is on the harder tyre as well, so back to status quo again.
J19 should go another 5 laps or so on those mediums.
Yeah.
But these two will catch him very quickly.
Charlie
Charlie is
Charlie's
fourth.
on the softs again.
He's on the soft again, but I also noticed in the race director he's got a 10-second time penalty. He's obviously gone wide.
Out the final corner.
Yeah, he's gone wide out the last corner and has got a 10-second stop, 10-second time penalty, which will affect
Further
his...
back, there's a battle developing again between Whiteside and Daytop. The sixth.
The fifth. Oh, Whiteside and Daytop, sorry. I thought it said White. One mistake, Whiteside. Yes, you are right.
Whiteside's on the softer tyre, I think.
Yeah, Daytop's on the hard. So he is. 2 grades of tyre difference between these two.
We've got a battle going for 6th, and we've got a battle going for 2nd, which will be net lead. So who will now work that harder tyre better?
Well,
Becker's just pulling out a little bit of a gap.
In the practice race midweek, Mayhem managed to do, I think it was about 28 laps on the hards, maybe 30 laps on the hard tyre.
If that's right, that'll put all the way to 46 laps, 45 laps.
Which will mean
I don't think you'd do that, because then that would mean he could do, that means he only needs to do about 4 laps to the end. So there's no real point doing that.
So he's got a bit of flexibility.
Well about lap 40 or something. It's about 25 laps, and then go soft to the end, or pitch a little bit earlier and go medium to the end.
So these two on the hards, anyone on the hards, in theory now have that flexibility of what they want to do with strategy.
However, J19 has the option of doing a one-stop.
We'll have to see
what
he
goes all the way from that 22, which is doable because the tyres have started at 0. It will be possible for him to do a one-stop. Completely bonkers strategy,
but it's possible.
It is possible.
It might be
probable and probably not ideal.
No, it's probably Prenta
anyway,
1:34.9.
The gap between the net leaders is 1.1 seconds. How is the battle getting on with Daytop and Mike? Daytop's gone slightly wide coming out of the magazine section.
DRS here.
Whiteside's now got DRS. Whiteside's got the run, he's in the slipstream, going to the inside.
He backs off.
Brakes a little bit early.
Daytop's wide and Whiteside was on the grass on the inside there. Oh, and he's locked up big time. Just gets it slowed down.
He's got away with it though.
You can just see the traction difference with the soft to the hard out of that last turn.
Now going through turn 1 again.
I believe Whiteside's, just to make it clear as well, so he's using my setup, not yours.
Yes, he thinks my setup is a bit expletive.
Apparently 5 seconds slower, apparently.
Yes, but that makes no sense considering I was quicker than you on my setup to your setup.
Well, I did run out of fuel on my lap, but there we go. We'll leave it at that.
There's only one way to find out, is watch the F1 race next week.
Oh, J19's pitting. J19's already in the pits.
Right, so J19 is now, if that's correct...
That's definitely a 2-stop.
Easy 2-stop. So we believe every car is on a 2-stop. Mayhem's dropped back and lost 2 tenths on that lap to Presta.
Oh, J19's going on to the soft.
This is a bit of a whack. I wonder if he's doing...
I wonder if he's done a reverse 3-stop.
Yeah, but I don't think that... have to go a little bit further on the mediums for that to work.
He would have needed to get to at least 20, 22, not 17.
Yeah, and then do 2 15-lap stints on the softs. Unless he's doing a 3-stop reverse.
That's what I think, he might be doing a 3-stop reverse, which again might not work, but will be quicker over a shorter period of time.
But we don't know, because obviously where we got the time from the estimated times did not include the harder tyre.
No.
The harder tyre on average is about a second slower a lap.
But it's a very good tyre to race on.
Yes, it is.
It's a good race tyre.
If you can get the harder tyre to work, it's best to use it. Mayhem's starting to slowly drop back.
He's dropped 3
This is
tenths
something
in
we
that
are
middle
not
sector.
used to. But this where Trent, remember when we were saying that Trent was not very quick in a straight line, but was really quick in the middle sector? Has he set his car up to work better on the harder tyre?
It's very possible. It is very possible. But he's maybe...
Because before, he could not shake Mayhem, and Mayhem could not shake him. But remember how quickly Trent had caught Mayhem? Then Mayhem was sort of able to keep up in the DRS zones.
Well, Mayhem took 2 seconds, 2/10 of a second, sorry, back out of him in that last sector. Back down to 1.3.
It's all down to top speed then.
I think Prince has got the downforce, Mayhem has got the top speed. Which might help Prenter on this stint.
Yes, even though Mayhem took another 10 out of him.
I think you'll...
second. But it's all down this middle sector now.
I think if our theory's right, you'll see Mayhem drop back in this middle sector.
What's interesting is Charlie, before everyone pitted, was about 17 seconds back. He's only just ticked over to 15 seconds, so the undercuts are working. Mayhem looks slightly closer in this middle sector.
Prenter's made a mistake. I think halfway through, Maggots and Beckett's there. He is 8 tenths.
He's now back into DRS zone again.
He hasn't got DRS down the Hanger straight because he wasn't close enough to the detection point, but he's now close enough to get DRS down the Wellington straight.
Maybe he can't get the heat into the tyres initially. Maybe it takes a few laps. Maybe he's taking it easy just to bring the tyres up to temperature a little bit slower.
Only they will know what they have planned.
No, we're only guessing. Oh, Prenter's gone wide in turn 1.
Very wide.
Whoa,
he's off. He's off. Prenter went onto the grass.
Okay. Mayhem versus Prenter. Round 2.
Right, yeah. Now will Prenter close up, or will Mayhem pull away? Mayhem was catching.
Remember, Prenter's now going to have dirty tyres about half a lap. So keep an eye on that gap, I reckon. Look at some of the other competitors we've got. We've got White, Matey Boy in 8th, White's in 7th, still in front of. Actually saying that, White and Matey Boy are very close together. Maybe a couple of seconds separating them two. The White side is still behind as he goes wide into turn 1.
Daytop's about 2 seconds up the road.
It's one of them, the harder tyres just starting to come in for Daytop. Right, the interesting thing, what we've got to look at is J19 on Charlie. The gap
7 seconds.
About... No, it's more than 7 seconds.
What's that? Oh, it's 28, sorry. 13, sorry, I thought I said 22. 28.
I think it's 7 seconds between J19 and Daytop. No, it's not. It's over 20 seconds. Okay, well, we'll ignore us completely. We'll work with...
Does anyone want to come and join and take over from us? We're obviously having a shocking.
Yes. Yes. Well, anyway, back to it. Prenter is now 1.6 behind Mayhem again.
He took 6 tenths in the last 2 sectors of the last lap.
Maybe he's knocked the engine up a little bit just to try and catch him up a little bit. DRS is disabled. We've got another VSC, have we? Another VSC who's now gone off. No one who I can see yet.
No, random VSC we've got going on here.
One thing I have noticed, White?
Look at... Well, can I point something out as well? Look how close Prenter all of a sudden is behind Mayhem. That was about 1.8 before the VSC, was it not?
That was 1.6.
1.6. That is not 1.6 now.
It depends on where the what they do in that looks
it's back to green.
Yeah, because what I reckon is like what people can do is sort of save about 3/4 of a second gap and then floor it, and then don't need to worry about it going back into the red again when the VSC goes out, so then you've got the momentum to keep going. Rather than if you keep it all the way to 0, you actually gain time flooring it because you're going that bit quicker when the VSC comes in. But the gap may have actually pulled away 3 attempts over that when between it going in and coming out. But
That's
again,
1.8.
the Trent is now about taking another 10th out in the final sector again. So we're now.
It looks like J19's had an off coming through Beckett's. He was slow exiting there.
32. The gaps to Charlie still 12, 13 seconds, so I don't know. Anyway, Prenter looks like he's actually dropping further back now. Prenter's now 2.1 behind Mayhem.
I wonder if the VSC might have been from Matey Boys. He's dropped quite a long way back off White, and he was not far behind him before. I wonder if it was him who had an off, maybe.
Maybe, yes. How far back is he? 10 seconds. It might have been. Back with the lead at Mayhem, is going through Madison Beckett now. Lap 22.
Oh, we're 4 laps away from being half distance already.
One more! I thought Mayhem went sideways at the exit of that.
It still stayed 2.1 with the gap through the middle sector there.
And that'll be a case of now we'll start working backwards now when you've got a pit.
It looks like my stream has been joined by, we've got 9 people watching my stream now.
Well, before I went the first time, it was up to 6, but because it disconnected, I'm guessing I'm back to 0 again.
I'm guessing they all migrated over to my stream because mine's more stable. Punch and counter punch here.
I've got 0 watching now on mine. Part 1. Hang on, part 1 didn't actually load in. This is that. Oh no, part 1 did get 13 views and 1 like. Anyway, how's the gap to Prenter coming?
2.3, so he's dropped off.
So he's lost another 2 tenths. This is the thing, is that these two are so close that if someone makes a mistake, see now it goes back to 2.1 again. If anyone makes a mistake, that's where the time is going to be gained. These two are so close, performance-wise.
Yeah, there's nothing to choose between them. Absolutely nothing to choose between them.
What we've got to remember is, if the gap's under 3 seconds, it's still to play for. It's now 1.9, it's across the line again. Still all to play for if there's a penalty involved.
Yeah.
And as we do come up to half distance, let's have a look, see if he actually has the penalty. Dougie's got one, that's not important. Mike's got one, Charlie's got one. Dave 1025's got one, but that's irrelevant now. Prenter's got one.
Charlie's disconnected.
Charlie's got about 10 seconds.
Charlie was in the pit and he disconnected.
Did he disconnect or did he just leave?
Well, that is hopefully one answer we might get soon. Charlie's not one for just disconnecting, especially as he was in P3 at the time. That's not like him. So I wonder if he has just dropped out of the room. He's now having pitted, unless his AI decided to pit for him, of course.
Charlie has got 23 seconds of time penalties.
Oh, he's got 2 lots of 10.
Yeah. What I have noticed coming through this, Prent is on 9 seconds at the moment. Mayhem's on 3.
Prent has
Charlie
already
had a
got
drive-through. Charlie just got a drive-through, speeding in the pit lane as well.
So he's got 23 seconds time penalty and a drive-through. Okay, so I reckon he's quit that. I think. Yeah, he's had enough.
So Mayhem's only got 3. So Prenton needs a 6-second gap.
It's currently
to win, at least a 6-second gap to make the win.
Yeah.
And we're not even half distance yet.
No, 1 lap away from half distance. And the gap's down to 1.6.
No, we've got to remember back we got into this situation because Prenton went slightly wide into turn 1. I reckon got a wheel on the grass coming out of turn 1, went sideways and had to sort of
just straighten it up.
Cut the escape road turn 2. We're coming up to lapped traffic as well now. You've noticed. That lap traffic is Mike and Matey Boy.
Oh yeah, they are. Look at them battling away. Mike has obviously stopped again. Because he was up and sick.
So they're going to catch him in the farm section, aren't they? Or will they catch him in farm? Probably might just get away with it. One big farm. Oh, Charlie's AI's just come out as well.
Oh dear.
Well, it's nearly in the back of Matey Boy there. The leaders are to come out and nearly covers him there. He's now going side by side now.
Oh,
Mike's now made the place up.
That confused me for a sec there because there was a Force India in front of the Mercedes.
Whoa.
I thought Prenter had made a move, but it wasn't.
Right, so Matey Boy's got right out of the way, and Prenter's dropped about half a second. He's now gone back up to 2 seconds again. So has Mayhem got by Mike?
No, Mayhem is still yet to pass him.
So they're going to catch him in Maggots and Beckett's.
He'll be clear. He'll be far enough in front to get him down the hanger straight without. Yeah, there's Mike moving over now.
He's got to move over enough to let Prenter go by.
Prenter's not close.
All the time he lost.
Prenter's not close enough to be let through down the hanger straight. Mike.
No, so he's got to be sort of in the next. The problem the leader's got is that Whiteside is on new socks.
So he's not exactly good. Yeah, he's not really slow.
No, and this is why Mayhem has got to start working because now the gap is now 1.1.
But they've now got clear air, which is important. Who's the next guy up the road? It's White, who's just gone onto the Wellington straight now, although very laggy.
Yes, they are starting to get close to the back markers again. Right, is Prenter...
Prenter's got DRS. He's got DRS.
Yes, he does.
So he was within a second at the detection point.
So now
and
the battle is rejoined again.
This battle
what you've got to remember is the gap has to be in 6 seconds in Prenter's favour unless Mayhem himself
picks
gets
up more.
A couple of penalties. But we'll check later on in the race to see if anyone has a... Oh, that was a bit of a step there. I think the internet's still wondering.
Yeah, your voice cut out. Oh, Mayhem's wide. Mayhem is wide. Prenter's right on the back of him.
Have a very good run here. We're now back to it again at Silverstone. But Mayhem's quick in a straight line. We've said this. Mayhem's got very good straight line speed. So I wonder if Trent is not running DI. Another thing is it worth passing someone who knows quick in a straight line down the Hanger Straight, knowing that we've got the Wellington Straight coming up? Would it be better, because Trent is quicker in the middle sector, to pass Mayhem in the Wellington Straight DRS, to then have a clean middle sector where he can pull away a little bit?
Well, he's got to have a good first sector to be close enough to make that work. And he's wide in 3.
Wide in 3.
Although he's taking
he does a very different line to Mayhem through 4.
He does.
He's trying to get himself a bit more momentum going down the straight.
It doesn't help him. He's not close enough.
No. I think he might have even lost time. Yeah, it's gone back up to 6 tenths, sorry, again.
Feathering the throttle. Flicking between 2nd and 3rd gear. Into there.
He's now going down to the old pit straight again. We ride on board with... Going through. Yeah, Trent is a lot quicker than Mayhem in the magazine back.
Oh, he's wide though.
Wide again.
He's lost. He's got DRS still, but he's lost. He's now 1.1.
He's now 1.1, so he's only just got it. Where's the detection point for...
the detection point... The detection point is just before the start of Maggots and Beckett's, if I remember correctly.
Right, so they've now done about 12 laps on these tyres.
It was lap end of 15, wasn't it?
13 laps. Coming on to
Mayhem has just done the fastest lap of the race as well, a 1:34.6.
So Mayhem's pushing. Who would you... No.
Yeah, that different line again from Prensa.
Yeah. He's got DRS again though.
So he closes in through that section, but he doesn't get the exit. Yeah, he doesn't get the good exit. Although he gained 3/10 that sector, he's not close enough to make it work.
I think what he's doing, he's trying to make the corner as long as possible to make it work for him. Rather than more what Mayhem's doing, which is a point and straight. He's trying to keep the momentum up. He knows he doesn't have a straight line speed.
Well, he's got a good run through Cox compared to Mayhem there.
Yeah. And this is what we've got to remember now. Now the tyres are starting to wear, Prensa's advantage will start to slightly get bigger and bigger. That was nearly case of disaster.
He lifted. He did lift there. He had to lift a little bit to make sure he didn't touch the grass.
Yeah. This is where Prensa's advantage will start to come out a little bit better because the tyres are starting to wear.
And there's White out of the way, so that's one of the back markers out of the way. White's in the pits.
That's going to be a warning. Right, so now
34.4. 34.4 from Prensa out that fastest lap of the race.
They're now trading blows.
They are. Prensa's a lot closer this time.
Yeah, but Will is...
No, he's wide this time. He's wide. He's had
wrong gear, 3rd gear, wrong gear.
Again, he's lost all the work he's done. He's gone.
The thing is that these guys are both on the limit of adhesion.
I like to point out as well, Daytop, just to make it clear, he's only 10 seconds off the podium at the moment.
I thought he was going to say he's 10 seconds off the lead.
No, he's 10 seconds off J19, who's in P3.
And he's got Daytop's on the optimum tyre to be running at the moment.
Yes.
J19 has been on that set of softs for 13 laps now. So his tyres will start to slowly come. Now we're going for Prensa's gone wide again through Maggots and Beckett.
He's just getting it wrong at the wrong moment. And it's affecting him.
I know it looks to us where he's making mistakes, but is he just biding his time?
I wouldn't go offline if I was biding my time though, that's the problem. I wouldn't go offline and get dirty tyres. if I was doing that. So,
Mayhem just went a little bit wider. Was that a penalty?
Let's have a look.
Is that a penalty?
I'm having a look now.
No, it wasn't. He's very lucky. Very lucky there.
No, he's got
Very lucky
away
that
with
was.
it.
He did. Yeah. Oh, but Mayhem went wide this time through turn 3, but Prenter's not close enough. Did you remember when Mayhem was second and Prenter was in front? Mayhem was able to catch it and sort of have a half chance.
Yeah.
To overtake.
Yeah, that's just the advantage of the extra downforce, or the disadvantage of the extra downforce that Prenter's got.
Although he's catching up a lot.
Yeah, he's closed up.
The problem. Oh, Mayhem's gone wide.
Mayhem's wide. Holds on.
Lost all of his momentum, so now he has a chance. Unless he goes wide. Oh, Mayhem's made a mistake.
Wide.
Mayhem made a mistake.
Prenter's got a good exit this time.
It's still too far back though, I think. Mayhem's just got away with it again. And I think Mayhem knows that every time if he puts it into Rich going into the DRS zone, he can keep the gap open enough that Prenter can't close. Prenter's now gone deep. How's the battles coming down? How are the battles going down the field?
Daytop is now third. J19 is pitted again. Yeah, he's on the mediums now.
That's a really wacky free stop that he's doing.
Yeah, Daytop on his debut. It's looking good.
Right, anyway, back to the DRS zone again for the leaders. Prenter's dropped back again. It's now back to 7. This ebbs and flows between lap and lap. Lap on lap. Need to go in. So Prenter takes a really tight
Mayhem was wide.
A slightly wider line.
Mayhem was wide at too wide there.
It doesn't make a real difference though. Just to go away with that.
I'm on board with Prenter. I'm trying to listen to his engine to see if he is sort of holding back. Because he's not. Even with DRS,
I think his issue is that Mayhem's in Rich.
Yeah,
going straight.
Prenter's only just hitting 200 miles an hour with DRS down the hanger straight.
Yeah, and Mayhem's doing 200 down the straight as well. So Mayhem's now worked out that Prenter's slower than him down the straight. He can't overtake. So the next bit he can try and overtake with is the undercut. Which, to be honest, if they're going for mediums, will be coming up in the next few laps. They're going to try and hang out the softs.
Another 10 laps. Another 10 laps.
No, not another 10 laps. No, not another 10 laps. Maybe another 6 laps. 13 to go.
Yeah, maybe. Normally about 10 laps
Remember,
in they start.
Qualified on the intermediates. They got loads of tyres.
True. With the lighter fuel load as well, the tyres will go that little bit further. So yeah, maybe. Lap 39 to 40, we might see them come in.
Prenter's gone a little wide.
Prenter was very quick in to Cops.
But very slow out.
Yeah, he was very committed, but got it wrong. He's got a tight line through that line.
Mayhem's struggling with his tyres. He's having to take 2 licks in the final part of the Magnussen Beckett section to get the nose turned in. So Mayhem's doing 201 down the straight.
Well, that time Prenter did not get DRS compared to the previous lap, and he did the exact same speed.
I wonder if he's just saving fuel.
I wonder if he's just holding back. Yeah, saving fuel, maybe saving tyres as well. So maybe.
I wonder if he realised that he can't. This is the problem. If passing someone's another thing. If you pass them but can't pull away, is there point passing them in the first place? maybe he's just saving fuel
To push hard at the end.
onslaught. But the problem is though, he can't do that because he's got to pull a 6-second gap for Mayhem. But we did see how quick he was on the softer tyre compared to Mayhem.
Yeah, it all depends how far these guys are going to go on this set.
They both pitted at exactly the same time. John's AI is still going round.
Yeah. Whiteside back up to 5th.
5th, yeah.
White in 6th, and Macy Boy in 7th. And that is it.
Top's 3rd.
Oh, hello. Prensa looked very close that time. Coming out of box.
Every time you say that, I'm just right back to the lead battle again. Right, Prensa got the better run coming out.
He's closer this time.
But no, I don't know.
I think he's
lifted it back into Rich.
I think it's more Prensa not knocking it into Rich. I don't think he's using full Rich mode on that car at the moment.
He's just keeping his powder dry.
He's playing a little game with everyone here.
And remember, I think what
Oh, that's a cut. That was a big cut from Prensa that time, turn 1.
I think Mayhem cut it as well, actually.
They can't see Charlie's. They can't see Charlie's AI, though he'll be ghosting, so that won't be an issue. Again, Prensa. He's a little bit close this time, but again, he just hasn't. He's not got the straight line speed.
What we've got to remember, well, yeah, but if you're saying, and you're right, that if Prensa's not using all the revs, he's coming off Charlie's AI, that's what we're doing. Then what we've got to assume is that Mayhem is, because he keeps putting into Rich to defend, is actually using more fuel up than Prensa. There's a little bit of a cat and mouse going on.
There is. Prensa gets very close at the very beginning of Maggots and Beckett's, but then doesn't always. Got a better run this time.
Mayhem mucked up a little bit, went a little wide.
Is he closing?
He's closing, but it's not just enough.
Oh, he's going around the outside.
No.
No, he's going to run wide. Run, yeah.
Far too deep.
But he had a go. He had a go, which means he's not too, too focused on just saving fuel, holding back. But he gets the opportunity.
That was better.
That was a lot better from both of them. Mayhem wide through
Mayhem
2.
had to lift through turn 2. Mayhem lifted through turn 2. Misses the apex completely in 3. Completely in 4.
Prensa's right on in this time. This is his best opportunity.
But Mayhem's going to put it back into Rich again. Is the thing. And Prensa will not.
Prensa's slowly closing again. Not enough.
When we go on the final stint, I'll have a look to see.
White Mayhem was wide. Here we go. This is it.
Here we go. Lead change. Here we go. Way right.
Prensa takes the lead.
No, he's still there. Mayhem's still there on the outside.
Oh my word! But Prensa does just hold on, but Mayhem's coming back again.
Here we go again, though. No. You can't go sideways with Maggots and Beckett's. No. But this is the thing now. Now we'll see.
Will Mayhem just breeze back by?
Mayhem will just blast back past him again, though, because he's got the straight line speed. And look at the straight line speed.
Yeah, there we go. Around the outside.
He's already in front. Again.
Yep, already in front.
Pro again.
And these two stay out for another lap.
Right, anyway, let's have a look and see where we stand. Right, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties for Prensa.
5?
Yep,
wow,
5
15
now.
seconds for Prensa.
And only 1 for Mayhem, but he's on the verge of getting another
they've come up right behind Daytop, who's just boxed. That's held up Mayhem big time.
But, I don't know, it won't be enough though, even though, but Mayhem's got DRS as well.
Yeah, he has. So Mayhem's only got one penalty, Prensa 5. So now Prensa needs a 12-second gap.
Well, yeah, this is the problem. I can't see that happening. I think Mayhem will win this one as well.
Unless he makes a mistake. Mayhem won't know.
Then again.
Mayhem won't know that Prensa's got 15 seconds of time penalties.
He won't know he's got 15 seconds. Oh no! He won't know he's got 15 seconds. All that the team personnel tells you is that he's got a penalty. If you have the same amount of penalties each, it won't tell you.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's the thing though. Mayhem's got one himself.
Oh, Prensa's got a very good run. Very good run from Prensa. Very good run.
Almost pushing him.
Much closer. He's going to have to go around the outside, but he does break a lot later than Mayhem into...
There he goes, round the outside! He's done it!
There we go.
And he's boxing.
And
that's in boxing.
Now.
Oh, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down, slow it down! Just, I think. I think he's just got that slowed down.
Have a quick look, have a quick look. Yep, got away with it, just. He got two warnings that so he's on the verge of getting another penalty.
Prensa's left front tyre has got a massive graining band across it, so I think he's going on the mediums.
He's on the medium. 14 laps to go, though.
This is interesting. And do you know what's interesting as well? Mayhem has obviously the lap before, Daytop has not dropped off. He's hanging up.
Remember, Daytop's on loose soft.
It's just showing the difference what a brand new set of tyre can do. So how much of an undercut will Prensa get?
Look at how much Mayhem's lifting off.
I'm going to keep an eye on Prensa. I'm going to keep an eye on the gap for Prensa.
Mayhem's coming through Cops now.
Prensa's coming down the Wellington straight. At the end of sector 1 is 27.3 seconds. At the end of sector 1. It'll be the end of sector 2.
That sounds a little too much, actually. I don't know.
It's about 28 seconds
just crossed
to stop.
sector 2 now, going under the Fly Emirates Bridge.
Right. Prensa's coming around Cops now. And is flying through there now with extra grip.
Mayhem boxes. Mayhem's in.
Right, what's Prensa going to do?
Mayhem's very conservative going into the pit lane. Very conservative.
Prensa, let's have a look at
he's on about 35 for about a second and a half.
Prensa took over a second in the middle sector.
But Mayhem's also going on the mediums. Mayhem's
covering
also
him
on
off.
medium tyres now.
I think he's covering him off more than anything. Where is he in the pit? Do you know what?
Mayhem's just coming down the pit lane now.
Prensa's only coming around the last turn. This is going to be close. This is going to be very close.
Exiting the pit lane now.
Prensa coming around turn 1 now.
No, out. No, Mayhem's
there,
lost this.
Prensa's got it. Yeah.
Prensa's gone.
Wow, look at that. But Prensa's got to pull away now. And not get any more...
Yes, this is where we'll find out what his pace actually is. He's been stuck behind Mayhem for about a good 15 laps.
But the important thing is for him, he needs to pull away and not get any more penalties.
Yes, he might get a 6 soon.
He's got to be careful, too many more, and he might start getting disqualification warnings.
But this is the thing, Mayhem's got to be careful as well that A, he doesn't get a penalty himself, and B, he doesn't get a big 10-second smacker coming out the final corner. Because we have seen him go wide there a couple of times. We've just got to be that little bit careful.
The gap's 2.2. It looks bigger than 2.2. Daytop fastest lap of the race. 1:33.8. 2.3.
Are we sure the leader's gone on the right tyres?
Why?
Because obviously if Daytop, well, this is the thing, if Mayhem was, or if the softs can last 17 laps, would it have been worth Mayhem staying out?
Prensa 1:33.5. It's possible. Well, it's just driver preference. I mean,
yeah.
I did find in the practice race, I did a similar thing. Mayhem went on the mediums. I went on the soft at the end. And after 5 laps, I wasn't able to use the tyre to its advantage because the tyres were just going off that much quicker.
Also, we have a battle for the lead. I just want to interrupt. We have a battle for the lead, as you know. There's an impending battle for the final step on the podium. J19 has been on that mediums for a long time. I can't remember when he pitted, but he's only 5 seconds in front of Daytop.
J19, when did he last stop? He pitted on, looks like at the end of lap 30. So he's done about
22 laps on a set of mediums is doable, it's just difficult.
Whereas Daytop, he pitted for those softs at the end of 35. So that's 17 laps on the softs.
17 laps on the spot.
That could get a bit of a handful at the end.
We're gonna have we got well, both of them will be. We've got one on. He's got to do 22 laps on a set of mediums, and another one has got to do 17 laps on a set of softs. So that's more of an endurance more than anything. But the gap between the lead two is now just ticked over 2.5 seconds. Mayhem will not know how many seconds he's got. As we know, he won't have penalty side.
Yeah.
But he will not want that gap to go over 3 seconds.
These guys, Prenter is now in the 32s. He's just done a 32.9 on that last lap. He is pushing hard.
So Mayhem 33.1.
Yes.
But is he pushing while cutting or pushing legally?
Well, the last...
As Mayhem just takes half a second out of him in this first sector.
That was a lot of time in that first sector gone. Prenter's last warning was on lap 37. His last time penalty was on lap 35. Was that when you last counted?
Daytop's only 3 or 4 seconds behind J19 now. We've got Mercedes versus Force India and Ferrari versus Red Bull. It's all to play for. All to play for.
Yep, 3 seconds. 3.3 to be exact between J19 and Daytop. But we haven't been looking into how many penalties these guys have got, so we don't really know the full story.
J19 has got one penalty, J19, so he's been very clean. Daytop got 2 penalties on the verge of third.
Okay, so
he's got to
overtake and pull away. Mayhem has got the gap down to 2 seconds. Mayhem is catching Prenter. Now 1.7.
Mayhem won't necessarily want to win this.
He just wants to stay close, maybe.
I think he would like to win this on the road.
Of course, everyone does. Wow.
However, he obviously he doesn't need to push. He's not like he's being pressed about in the championship, but
he would like to keep his winning run up. He would like to keep this winning run up, Will Mayhem.
Yes, but it's the thing to see. Because if how do you count the win record? Do you say across the line?
The win record? No, it's just based on the overall time at the end. So yeah, overall classification at the end. So if you cross the line first, but then they get penalties and end up second, the person who ended up crossing the line second initially gets the win, gets the
Oh, Daytop's behind.
Daytop's closed up very quickly.
Away from the lead now. We've got another battle going on for the final
J19.
point.
Did J19 move to the left and to the right again? Looks a bit marginal.
Yep. Daytop wasn't in a position to overtake. So
yeah, just making sure he didn't move again, because if he had, that would have been more than the allocated move. But Daytop's right on him now. This will be, if he can get this clean and pull away, which he's got the tyres to do so, assuming he can get them to the end. With possibly another debut podium in GP2. He's got so much. Yeah, now has he got the straight line speed on J19? Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
But it was slightly too far behind, though. So he's just got that's a waiting to happen. Sort of overtake.
Yeah, and he's got. Oh, we've got
the white Ferrari.
Yeah. Will he do his teammate a little favour? Mayhem is now under 2 seconds.
Talking of things that are going on, have you seen the clouds?
I have, yes.
Starting to roll in a bit more.
It's looking a little darker than it was sort of predicting. I'm not expecting it to...
I'm not expecting it to rain.
Well, I'm not expecting it to get affected by the end of the race. We've only got 9 laps to go now.
Yeah.
So I don't think, even if it does start to rain, it will have much of an effect. But you never know. Warm tyres on a damp track can lead to a bit of fun.
Yeah.
And this white Ferrari is still in front of these two in 3rd and 4th.
Right, here we go again, coming down to the DRS again. Daytop's got such a good run. Playing out top.
But the thing is J19 going to get DRS off his teammate?
No, I think he's slightly too far back. Yeah, he's slightly too far back.
Yes.
Oh no, that's a game.
Oh, J19 touched the grass! Nearly lost the rear. And that white Ferrari is lagging.
Can I add a lagging white Ferrari?
Yeah, I spotted that. He's lifting.
No, he can't do.
Oh my word, that was not the most ideal way to do that.
No,
but
it didn't really get out of the way, but he did let them through.
Yeah. Daytop's wide again in 3rd gear, which isn't ideal for that corner.
Do we know if Daytop's on a controller or a steering wheel?
If Mr. Demon Racer is watching my stream, could you answer that for us? Does Daytop use a wheel or a pad? We're quite interested to know. I know he's watching my stream because he's putting comments on my video.
I'm only wondering, because if that's correct, we have... I don't know if J19 uses the wheel. Does J19 use the wheel?
I believe he uses the wheel.
Oh, J19's got... Oh, no, he hasn't. No, it's like... Just touched the grass. I thought he was going to go wide.
Oh, he's cut that corner though.
That was a warning.
That's a warning.
Anyway.
Apparently,
let's just see what
apparently it says wheel, I've been told.
Oh, good run. Good run by Daytop. Good run. Very good run.
Oh, deciding which way to go.
Oh, a bit of a PK Mansell moment going on here.
Both wide. Oh, he's got to run now. He's got the run now.
Inside. Surely on the inside. J19's
holding it. Oh, Daytop lost the rear. Daytop lost the rear out of the first part.
I think it was more a case of giving J19 the room, I think, more than anything.
I've just been given a specific answer. Daytop uses a T300 with the F1 rim as the actual answer.
Right, anyway, back to the leaders. Mayhem's dropped back now. It's over 3 seconds. It's now 3.2 seconds is the gap.
Yes.
Obviously, so that now means that he still needs to find about another 9 seconds. Though.
I wonder if Mayhem's possibly maybe picks up another penalty, maybe, and is just trying to be a bit more careful? Or is a cut away from it? Maybe leaving a bit more margin into the corners.
How are we doing on penalties now? We're not too far away. So Trent has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now he's up to.
Yeah, Mayhem's picked another one on 45.
2.
That 45.
J19's 1, J19's on 1.
Daytop's still 2, I believe.
Still 2, yes.
And Daytop's right behind him this time.
Oh,
again.
God, yep. He's just going around the outside again. Break a little bit later. But
Oh, he's got the... No, he couldn't hold it.
No. Remember, these tyres now are getting a little bit old. He's done 10 laps on these softs now. He's got to get the job done.
Yeah, otherwise
we've got to remember though, J19's been on them tyres for 15.
Yes.
So these are 2.
Oh my.
No.
Not here. I think he's realising that. Just. Calm down, SH, breathe.
Get the
Oh, we've got a lagging Ferrari right behind these two. That was a lagging Ferrari of white, nearly running into the back of Daytop.
I was going to say, where did the arrow come from? Daytop
dropped back.
Who's actually a lap down? Is it the top
White.
4 on the lead lap still?
Let's have a look.
Daytop's 1 minute 25 behind.
Yeah, Whiteside's 2 minutes 40. So Whiteside in 5th is a lap down.
4 on the lead lap.
Yes.
Which is more than what it normally is on the lead lap. Normally, well, last race it was only 2 on the lead lap. We've only got 6 laps left now.
Mayhem's coming through Cox, while these guys are coming through Maggots and Beckett. So these guys keep battling. They may end up a lap
J19's got wide. J19 got wide. Another good run by Daytop. Another good run.
He's going inside this time.
Right. He's going right. He's going inside. He's getting close.
J19's touched the grass.
This time. No, he's gone sideways. Daytop's got moved done, but J19's coming back.
It's a nice helicopter shot I've got here of this. It's really nice.
I'm on the onboard. I don't trust it. I don't trust that anymore. But anyway,
oh, he's wide. Daytop was wide.
Now.
At the last corner. Could that have been a 10 seconds?
No. Oh, let's have a look. Give a quick penalty update. So we've got 1, 2... No, it wasn't.
It wasn't good.
No,
because that would have ruined it, otherwise.
He's got to still pull away by 3 seconds, so the battle still carries on. But what we've got to think is that the 2 leaders are on the same straight as 3rd and 4th. The 2 leaders could muck up the 3rd place battle here. As they're coming down onto the old pit straight, the leader is coming out of the old final corner.
Yeah, they've got to negotiate the lagging Ferrari of white first.
Yes, the obstacle lagger.
Hopefully, white will get clean out of the way. Oh, this could... Yeah, he's got out of the way. Got out of the way of Prenzer anyway. That was another cut. That was another cut from Prenzer, I'm sure of it. It was. Prenzer's got another 3 seconds.
Okay, so Mayhem's won this.
Prenzer's racking too many penalties up here.
Yeah. But remember though, this is only his 2nd race. What we've got to remember, this is his 2nd race.
And he does...
Mayhem's a lot more experienced than he is.
We know that Prenzer can challenge for wins. He's just got to be a little bit more...
Meanwhile, the gap between 3rd and 4th is 1.7 seconds. J19's have gone wide into turn 3.
How far can Daytop get away before those tyres start to feel awful?
Well, both of these cars will be pushing the limits of the tyres. And I'm looking at the front left of J19's and it does look a little angry.
I'm looking at the front left of Prenzer and I can start to see some marks as well. Not Prenzer, Daytop, my apologies. And he's got a lot of understeer.
Yeah,
as well.
a lot of understeer.
So, I wouldn't discount J19 maybe
2.4 seconds, so he's still pulling away.
He's got decent turning and he's still got enough grip on those. If he can pull away,
he is pulling away. He's pulled out another 7/10 this lap.
At the moment, he only needs 3 seconds, doesn't he, to be taking that 3rd place.
Remember, now the lead is coming up behind the Ferrari now.
It's now 3.4 between Daytop and J19. At the moment, Daytop's taken a net third place now if you just take into all the penalties. Daytop is
3.4 now is the gap, yes.
And the last time we looked, Daytop had 6 seconds, J19 had 3.
Right, J19 also has to let the leader through now. You can't lose too much time now. It also depends on now where they catch.
Can Daytop stay ahead of them? Stay fast enough to stay ahead of them and therefore get the extra lap over J19 so he'd be safe on the last lap? That is the question now, I think, because the two leaders are not exactly close with 3 laps to go. That might save Daytop and give him the third place, being the last of the lead people on the lead lap. It'll be close. If he works that out and stays in front of them, he'll get third place. It's 2.8. Back from Mayhem back to... Well, sorry, from Prenter back to Mayhem, sorry. But, as we know, Prenter's got a lot more penalties.
Yes.
So that's a bit of
we did say this race would be decided on penalties. And if Prenter wins on the road, he will then obviously become second as the penalties.
Yeah,
in.
He knows he can't come third because that's third place in front of him. So he should know that at least. But
it's Mayhem starting to catch him up again.
It's down to 2 seconds. He is.
He's taken a second out of him in the last lap.
Yeah. Has Prenter's tire's gone, or has he run low on fuel and having to save fuel?
He's definitely catched. Mayhem's definitely closer than what he was. He's got to the first second.
1.7. 1.7.
One of Mayhem's going for one final push.
I tell you what, he's taken a second in a lap there, effectively.
Very nearly, yeah.
Yeah. Daytop is staying. Daytop will not get lapped. So Daytop is going to get third place here.
Oh, Mayhem's gone very wide. Through cut very wide through cuts.
Oh, Daytop's got someone in front of him. Oh, so Charlie AI, so he won't get in the way.
The gap's gone back up to 2.7, so Mayhem's mistakes have
Well, she's saying that. Will Daytop get lapped? He's come up to the final lap now for Prenter. Daytop's about 2 seconds up the road.
Mayhem's just about to get a third penalty as well.
Shouldn't make a difference.
Okay, I know it's fairly academic.
Since Prenter's got about 18 seconds now, I think it is. Might only be 21. But Daytop will get lapped for sure.
Right, but now on the final lap, we're pretty certain. Right, so now on the final lap, who is your driver of the day?
As much as the top two have been, I'm going to have to give it to Daytop. I have to. On his debut race here in GP2, to be looking like to be finishing in third place is a massive achievement. And if he can just hold on, he'll be on the lead lap as well. So I'm going to give it to Daytop today. Oh, there goes. He's
no,
just been lapped.
That is sensible.
Yep. As much as Prenter's been impressive with his speed, he's racked up too many penalties.
And his overtaking as well.
Yeah.
I mean, what didn't help him was the contact between him and Mayhem at the start of the race.
Yes.
Will that come to... Whose fault was it?
I caught it quite late. So I believe I was on with Charlie at the time. I could see him in the distance, but I'll get into that in a minute as Prenter crosses the line.
Yep, Prenter now wins the race, but very academic.
Yeah, Mayhem wins the Grand Prix.
But only by 2.8.
2.8?
Did Mayhem get more penalties on the last lap? Did he get a 10-seconder on the last lap?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look. No, it doesn't look like it.
No, he didn't. Unless it's a slight glitch in the timing.
Yeah, that doesn't look right. But
and that also means the new driver.
Oh, J19 boxed. He boxed at the end, so that's why he's a long way behind. So he's gone on to the softs again. So he's definitely got P3 has day top. J19 P4, white side. Be the last one across the line. Oh my god, he's gone on the grass. Thought he's gonna finish the race in the wall. But he'll come across the lane.
Adding a little bit of late race drama to it, waking him up.
P5 for Mike, so another good haul of points to go with his 4th place from Austria. Which is important for McLaren after again only one McLaren, one Mercedes only finishing as well.
It was 9 seconds, 18 seconds of penalties.
Prenter. And it finished, 9.1. And then there you go. Day top 88 with 6 seconds of penalties. J19
also got 6 penalties.
So did Matey Boy in P7.
So we did, yeah.
And Charlie, 26 in the end.
Yeah, but
he got 26 before he quit. I believe my co-commentator's just disconnected again.
No.
Oh, you're there. Yeah, you went quiet all of a sudden.
I keep on looking at my box and I can see it. The light's flashing, which it normally does, and every time it sort of lags, there's no light. So I'm like, stay with me, stay with me.
But again as well, Dave 1025 not scoring. 10 races in, 0 points. Which is an amazing statistic from what we were expecting him to do. Because he is on Mayhem, he can be on Mayhem's pace. And he just isn't getting to the end. And
Shall we get driver reaction?
Yeah, let's get driver reaction, shall we? But that was the GP2 British Grand Prix at racestation.net. Again, Mayhem taking another victory. That's 10 out of 10 for him now. So can anyone actually stop him at any point this season? Will be the interesting question. I think Prenter will be that person if he can just stop getting so many penalties. But as always as well, it's nice to see a new person on the podium and day top on his debut, getting P3, which is a fantastic result for him. And we'll see how he does in Hungary along with everyone else. As we know, Mike Whiteside will not be at Hungary because he'll be sunning it up in Spain. So it'll be down to Charlie to score the points for McLaren. My co-commentator decides to come back.
I thought we was getting driver reaction,
no,
so
I was just sort of giving a little summary. But I was going to invite him in here. So what we've learned is that if well, the main thing is if Prenter can stop himself getting too many penalties, he will win a race. That is the main thing that we've got to take note of, is that Prenter is, in theory, he can be a serious threat to Mayhem. He's just started the season too late. But apart from that, it was a bit of a sort of a business as usual kind of feel to it. A similar kind of order,
But it's
similar
weird
kind of outcome.
Oh, Mayhem was. I was just listening to their response. Mayhem was saying he was struggling more in the middle sector,
Yeah,
and obviously, which would be correct comparing it to Prensa, because obviously he was quicker than everyone in the middle sector, or quicker than Mayhem in the middle sector. But then he didn't have the straight line speed as far as we could tell. But of course, our next race, I believe, Germany.
no, it's Hungary.
That's Hungary, is it?
Hungary, then Germany.
In front of Hungary.
Yeah, they swapped
Hungary.
it around for some reason in recent years. But Hungary, as most of our viewers will know, is all about the downforce.
Hungary is all about qualifying again.
Yep, and the downforce.
It's got a very similar setup feel to Silverstone. Very similar setups.
It has indeed. And again, penalties could come into it. Turn 4, notorious at Hungary.
The big one, the chicane.
Going
wide out of the second sector, as well, was also quite a big one as well.
Maybe even the last corner as well. And DRS isn't that effective either. So
nope.
It's all going to be about track position in 2 weeks' time for GP2. That's it. So thank you and good night. You'll see the F1 boys have a go around Silverstone this time next weekend, and hopefully we can put on a good show for you.